Hello, my name is Cam Tran, but I would like to be called Cammy. I'm 20 years old and I'm studying film at Full Sail University. I was born on October 28, 2002 in Vietnam. I have a twin sister. Her name is Anne and she is studying film at Full Sail as me. I love my childhood. It brings me peaceful memories every time I think about it. Since I was a kid, I have always been an introvert. I like to do things alone by myself and I try not to ask for help as much as I could. I always want to do everything by myself. I think I do that because my mom is an independent woman. She taught me a lot of things and I admire her and I want to be as strong as her. I consider myself a curious girl and I always want to try new things. Sometimes I feel like I don't learn things enough, so I started to rush myself into doing new things. I think that's why I bring stress into my own mind. I need to learn how to take time and get easy on myself too. At that time, I learned a lot, but I wasn't sure what I really like to do, like what I really passionate about. I remember when I was in 6th grade, one day I was staying at home by myself because I was sick. I watched a movie called The Last Emperor by Bernardo Bertolucci and my mind was blown away. It was the first time I feel so obsessed about a movie like that. My love for movies started from that day. I just kept my love for movies as a hobby until I went to high school. One day, my friend group was hanging out together after school and we talked about what university we want to go and what major we want to learn after we graduate. Before we talk about that, I never really put my mind into what I'm gonna do in the future as a career. After thinking for a bit, I realized I love films a lot and I could make a career from that. I was so happy that day because I found out what I'm gonna do in the future. I started to think about it seriously and I tried to make plans to make it happen. After a year, I made a decision that I wanted to go to the US to study film after I graduated from high school. My parents were not very happy about my decision because they don't want me to move to a new country that half the earth away from them. I know they support my dream, but they worried about me too. I tried my best to be patient with them and convince them to let me go. After a lot of discussions, they trust in me and let me go. I decided to spend my senior year of high school in the US to be more prepared for college. So I left my high school in Vietnam and went to a high school in Pennsylvania. I spent my senior year to improve my English speaking and get to know the lifestyle in the US. After a year in Pennsylvania, I graduated from high school and I went back to Vietnam for visiting my family. That was the same time when COVID happened. I didn't want to do online classes, so I had to delay it until a year later. During a gap year in Vietnam, I was looking for a university about film and I found Full Sail. I did research about Full Sail and I decided to apply and I got in. And I came back to the US after a year and I started my journey to become a filmmaker. I have been here in Full Sail for almost a year now. I have learned a lot of interesting and useful things about film and I'm truly glad that I chose Full Sail to make my dream come true. Who am I? I think I identify myself as a risk taker and the one who never give up on my dream.